Article 46 is the buyer's right to ask performance, replacement, and repair. Firstly, we look into the paragraph. The paragraph. The paragraph. Where is the paragraph? No paragraph. I just forgot. There's no problem. Now, paragraph 1 is provide a buyer with a general right to require the sellers to perform the contract. So, number 1, so the right of the buyers, number 1, is to ask, to claim, to require the seller to perform the contract if the seller fails to perform. And then purpose of the paragraph 2 and 3 regulate the conditions of buyer's right to ask for replacement and repair. And the CSG's basic rule to deal with contractual non-performance is this article. And firstly, perform a contract. Then avoidance of contract is a ultima ratio. So it's a Latin word. So it means the last resort. So you cannot just claim the contract void at the first place. You have to try to maintain, to valid, to perform the contract as far as possible. Only is not possible anymore. So you can claim the contract void. Only the continuation of the contract is not tolerable. So in this very extraordinary situation, you just reject all the contract and reject performance. And in practice of the contract non-performance, yeah, the buyers prefer to pursue damages. Why? Because it's easy. It's less. It's much cost convenience. But actually, you can write a very specific performance in the contract. So you can set up your own rule that in case of the non-performance, you just directly transform into the damages and get it done in your contract. That will make things much easier. CSG, the rule of CSG is a little complicated and not convenient. So if you take this transaction seriously and you want to save time and money, just make the non-conformance directly transformed into the damages and write it down in the contract. And then general requirement for the buyer to exercise Article 646. Firstly, you have to timely inspection and notice, and the buyer demands the seller to perform, and buyers demand notice in due time. So your demand of the performance also noticed and notified and arrive in due time. Buyers may grant grace period when demands performance. Okay. So that easy to be understood. Yeah. So it's much easier that the buyer have to follow all the rules and when he claim or demand performance. And later you will see the replacement is subject to a very serious requirement, which means fundamental breach. And also in your country, you can define what means fundamental breach. So in this article, I want to give you a very clear and easy reminder that Article 46 is a little boring and a little complicated and little not so convenient. So if you take this transaction very seriously, just put what you concern into the contract and override Article 46. Okay.